Prologue. "Dammy, but that's 6 of them, and they're thumpers, Sir Edward." The massive telescope that the first lieutenant of HMS Indefatigable held swayed in the hard gale, but the grey waste of winter sea made it easy to see the pallid white sails of line-of battleships, even at such a distance. Captain Pellew growled an indistinct acknowledgement. If it was the French finally emerging from Brest, it was the worst timing possible. The main British battle fleet had retired to its winter retreat at Portsmouth, and there was only a smaller force under Rear Admiral Colpoys away in the Atlantic, off Ushant to the north, and the 2 other frigates of his own inshore squadron keeping a precarious watch, and those an enemy of such might could contemptuously sweep aside. Heaven only knew when the grudging reinforcements from the Caribbean would arrive. "Sir," there was no need for words. More and more sails were straggling into the expanse of the bay. Silently the officers continued to watch, the blast of the unusual easterly, cold and hostile. The seas, harried by the wind, advanced towards them in kumas, bursting against their bows and sending icy spindrift aft in stinging volleys. The light was fading. The French admiral had timed his move so that by the time his fleet reached the open sea, it could lose itself in the darkness of a stormy night. "A round dozen at least. We may in truth say that the French fleet has sailed," Pellew said dryly. The lieutenant watched eagerly, for the French were finally showing after all these months, but Pellew did not share his jubilation. His secret intelligence was chilling. For weeks this concentration of force had stored and prepared, with field guns, horses and fodder, and if reports were to be believed, 18,000 troops. If the entire fleet put to sea, it could have only one purpose. "Desire Phoebe to find Admiral Colpoys and advise," he snapped at the signal lieutenant. However, there was little chance that Colpoys could close on the French before they won the open sea. In the rapidly dimming daylight, the swelling numbers of men of war were direful. "Sir, I now make it 16, no, 17 of the line." A savage roll made them all stagger. When they recovered, it seemed the whole bay was filling with ships. At least the same number again of frigates. With transports and others, there were now 40 or more vessels breaking out into the Atlantic. "Amazon is to make all sail for Portsmouth," Pellew barked. It would reduce his squadron to a pitiable remnant, but it was essential to warn England while there was still time. Yet the enemy's sail advancing on them was not a line of battle. It was a disordered scatter, some headed south, shying away from the only frigate that lay across.